You want to know which is the best equipment to use for your mix of troops commanders. You want to know which is the best equipment to use for your Aethelflaed. Well, let's find out in this video. Hello my friends, my name is Legend Ronnie and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. Today I'm going to talk about mix of troops equipment and equipment for Aethelflaed. So this is one concern of yours. I hope in this video you'll find your answer. So I'm using Aethelflaed and YSG in my Sunset Canyon March. If I do have to use Aethelflaed for field battle marches or any kind of situation in the field battles, I'll pretty much do the similar as I'm doing in the Sunset Canyon. So I have 1,000 spearmen, I have 1,000 heavy cavalry, and I have 106,000 composite bowmen. Now the problem is, which equipment should you do, because this is mix of troops already. Now the equipment I put on my Aethelflaed is for archers. Now if you want to do this with infantry, you want to revert this and do 106,000 infantry because you want to do Aethelflaed and Sansu or some other infantry commanders. Then you do the same, you switch the equipment from archers and you put to infantry. If you want to put evenly amount of troops, for example 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, there is no equipment in the game that would boost all three types of troops evenly. This is the reason when you want to do mix of troops, you just want to benefit from the idea of having mix of troops. So you have the fortress of Mercia, I believe this is the one, when you get more damage by having three types of troops, or you have YSS with his expertise for having two types of troops, you get attack and defense. You just want a tiny bit of the other troops, just so you can start the effect of mix of troops, but you want to boost just one type of troops. That's why there is no equipment for mix of troops. It's just specific for either archer, infantry, and counts. If I go into my Aethelflaed, this is the equipment that I have on my Aethelflaed because I'm mostly using archers. So all the equipment is dedicated for archers. Infantry bonuses or cavalry bonuses is very few on this equipment. So that's why you want to put the minimum amount of troops and you just want to boost the highest troops that you have in the march, the highest amount. Archer defense, archer attack, and then you have even more defense, and then you have some health as well. Now if I would want to get this equipment with the special talent, that's probably a question that you want answer to. You can see my alt, for example. I have special talent on archers because if I need this equipment, I will put it on a garrisoning situations, because on my alt account I have Artemisia and some other garrison commanders, or for field battle, right? For Sunset Canyon, you don't really need this high-end equipment, but when there's nothing else to do, there's no battles, there's no reason to keep this equipment on your archer commander, you can just put it on Aethelflaed. That's exactly what I do. When it's PvP action, when it's battlefield action, my Aethelflaed is kinda without equipment. This is the reason I would never do special talent on equipment for leadership commanders or integration commanders unless it's gathering equipment. For example, you see on Joan of Arc, the gathering equipment is with integration for integration commander because it's for gathering. If I would really want to do some specific leadership equipment, this is the kind of equipment that you can do. The blue ones and the green ones. These were meant to be used on Wu Zetian because I used Wu Zetian in Sunset Canyon. So for that reason, green and blue equipment you can do with leadership talent. There's no problem because that's the kind of equipment that you can recycle over and over. There's no problem. But epic equipment and legendary equipment, you don't want to do it with leadership because you'll have a lot more benefits on specific commanders. Very super rare situations for, I don't know, 1% of the players is those commanders like Theodora and YSS, which are doing great in garrisons, and there's maybe just, I don't know, 50 players in the total game, 100 players in the entire Rise of Kingdom community that probably need to do some equipment with leadership. That's just very rare. Another thing I want to add about mix of troops, and this is regarding Golden Kingdom and I suppose most likely some other events like Iron's Ballads, Ceroli, etc, etc. The way you lose the troops in this kind of events is very different than how you lose troops in your normal map, your normal game in PvP, or like in Sunset Canyon, for example. So if you want to go in the Golden Kingdom and you want to do mix of troops, you want to make sure that you do 30, 30, and 30%. Because if you do 1000, 1000, I noticed that myself, that 1000 just dies, apparently. And then you'll be left with the majority of the other troops, which is no longer considered mix of troops. That's something I noticed regarding this event. Now I hope this answered your question, or if you still have more questions about mix of troops or mix of equipment for Aethelflaed, then you can drop in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there.